In today's video, I'm going to be showing 5 days worth of me packing up my 5 and 7-year-olds lunchboxes for school. So first up, I'm going to give them some mini corn dogs. My kids love corn dogs. I have done like the full-size version in their lunchboxes before. I've also done like the homemade like muffin tin ones, and it's just always a hit. So this was my first time buying the Great Value mini ones. I did give them each 5, and I just cooked those up in the microwave. I am going to be giving Riley some ketchup to dip hers in. Boston doesn't eat ketchup, and there was a little bit of a gap over there by the corn dogs, so I decided to fill that up with some of these cheese cubes. So that's what that's looking like. Definitely nothing too fancy over here, and kind of random for tortilla chips to go with like corn dogs, but kids are random, and they really love these chips. Riley is not picky at all when it comes to chips, but Boston, on the other hand, only likes a few, so this is one of his few that he really likes. I'm also going to give them both some sliced strawberries. This is one of those foods that they never ever waste. Definitely one of their favorites, and like I always say, they do get those pretty often. I'm also going to give them each a little bag of these little monster gummies. I know that the ingredients in these are not the best, but I don't feel bad about giving it to them because it's something that I don't normally buy anymore. I just buy a box around the holidays, so like Halloween, Christmas. And then lastly, I'm giving Boston some of those crackers that he really likes. And yeah, that's the last little overview of these before I close them up. Definitely not a Pinterest-worthy looking lunchbox, but it is full of their favorite things, which is what matters to me. So I am going to be giving them these cute little Halloween themed napkins. They really got a kick out of that. And then for their drink, they're going to get this apple white grape juice. And like I said in my last video, I have learned to like pre-open the bottles so that they're not struggling during that small lunch time that they have. Lastly, can't forget the ice packs. And then like I say in every video, they always get a water bottle to put on their desk. And we've really been loving the Simply Clear like drink enhancers to add some flavor to that. So here we are at the end of the day. As you can see, Boston completely cleared out his box. He ate everything, and Riley only left a few of the cheese cubes. So I would definitely say that this was a major win. Next up, I am making them one of their favorite meals, and that is spaghetti. Literally the simplest thing on the planet to make. Makes them happy every single time. So they do prefer theirs without meat, so I'm just boiling up some spaghetti noodles in some salted water, and while that cooks, I'm going to prepare their grapes to go along with it. So I don't buy red grapes as often as I do the green grapes, but these were really good. I don't know if it was just that brand or if I've just been buying bad red grapes all this time, but these were delicious. Like, I'm definitely going to have to repurchase them. And I talked about this little grape cutting tool in my last kids lunchbox video, but if you missed it, this is your first time over on my channel, I did buy this on Amazon, so I will definitely link it in my description box. I'm not sponsored in any way, but I really do love it. It cuts them perfectly. I don't have to worry about them choking. It's a must-have for me. So back to the spaghetti. Now that the pasta's cooked, of course I drained it. Prego is one of our like go-to spaghetti sauces. Anytime I can find it on sale, I stock up. My pantry always has plenty of different pastas and sauces, like I said, to make my kids happy. They just love it. But anyways, here I'm just showing that I did prime the thermoses before putting the food in. It's a must for these thermoses to work like efficiently. So I got that water dumped out, and in my last video, a few of you guys recommended to use a canning funnel to make the food easier to go in there, and I just want to give a huge thank you to everyone that suggested that because it was a game changer. It made this go so smoothly. I have never canned before, so honestly, I didn't even know that they made these, but it works perfectly. It was very inexpensive, and I'm just so happy to have that now. It's going to save me a lot of time in the mornings. So my kids love Parmesan cheese on top of their spaghetti, so I gave them both a good amount of that. And those are good to go. So now I'm going to start packing everything up. Again, with the Halloween napkins, putting in the grapes, and I'm going to be sure to give them both a fork. I'm also going to give them each one of these Go-Gurts. They love Go-Gurts, and if you can't tell, this is the Halloween-themed ones. They also glow in the dark, but I can't ever think of a time where the kids would be eating yogurt in the dark. But anyways, they're also going to each get a Capri Sun. And that is it for their lunch. I'm also going to get their thermoses ready. I'm not going to show this like in every clip, but yeah, getting the flavor added in, giving it a good shake, and they're off to school. So here we are as soon as they got back. As you can see, the grapes are gone, the yogurt's gone, and Boston ate every last noodle, and Riley did the same exact thing. She ate everything, and they did say this was their favorite lunch out of everything in this video. This next one was a chaotic morning for me because I overslept. I slept through my alarm and I was just running really behind. Luckily, we weren't late, but I was definitely moving around the kitchen quick and just throwing stuff in their lunch boxes, but trying to film it at the same time. So my daughter loves these sub Lunchables. I don't like buying them that often because I think they're overpriced. It's like over $4, and I know I can make it cheaper at home, but I was thankful for it this day. Here's Boston's lunchbox. I'm just giving him an Uncrustable, the strawberry and peanut butter one. I'm giving him a little baggie of Cheez-Its. I love to keep the little snack size Ziplocs on hand. It's the perfect size for them. I'm also going to throw in a Granny Smith apple. Thankfully, they both have been loving eating them just whole lately, so I wasn't too worried about it not being cut. I also threw in a string cheese and another one of these Go-Gurts, and then just another Capri Sun to drink. So obviously I don't film every single one of their lunch boxes, but I just want to throw in there that this right here is a pretty typical lunch for Boston that he takes pretty often because it's definitely one of his favorites. So again, here's the last little overview before I send them off to school. And then fast forward to later, both of their boxes were empty. They do say that they usually throw their trash away at school. So, yep, really good day. Next up, I'm going to start by giving them one of these caramel apples. I bought these at Walmart, and these particular ones have chocolate chips on them and nuts. And in every one of my kids lunchbox videos, there's always a few people that are concerned about bringing nuts and peanut butters because it's not allowed at their schools. We live in a small town. The schools aren't that big, so we have never ran into that problem yet, luckily. I'm pretty sure if someone has that allergy, they are required to let everyone know, not to bring it. So, like I said, we haven't ran into that, and that's why I pack these things often. Otherwise, I definitely would not. But yeah, so I figured that these would be pretty messy to eat at school, so I figured that I would slice them up. They were really hard to cut through since that caramel had really hardened, but I did my best. So yeah, I'm just making sure to really get that core out, get the seeds out, and I am just going to split that one apple between both kids. I definitely didn't want to give them too big of a sugar rush or anything, but here I'm just dipping them in some apple cider just for a few seconds on each side to prevent them from turning brown, and I was able to fit 3 to 4 slices in each of their boxes. So for the main part of their lunch, they are going to be getting these TGI Friday mozzarella sticks, and I just cooked those up in the oven. They love these at restaurants and at home, but this was my first time ever packing it for a school lunch, so I was a little bit nervous about how that would go. These boxes won't keep it hot, but it should keep it room temperature. It shouldn't be cold. So it comes with this little marinara sauce. Riley loves to dip hers in the marinara. Boston is not one for dipping things, so I wasn't sure how that would go, but I figured I would let him try it again, see what he thinks. And I'm also going to give them each one of these chocolate puddings. Now, they have never been the type of kid that really eats pudding cups often. They like them every now and then, but it's not their favorite thing. But I've had these in the fridge for a while. I really just want to get rid of them. They're not expired or anything, obviously, or I wouldn't, give it to them. But I thought it would be the perfect excuse to use these cute little Halloween sprinkles. I thought that would make it a lot more fun for them. It's got the little Halloween colors and the little eyeball sprinkles in it, and they were really, really excited to take that to school. So now for the middle compartments of this lunchbox, I'm going to give Riley some slices of turkey pepperoni. I'm just kind of rolling it up and shoving it down in there. And then for Boston, same old, same old. He's not going to snack on pepperoni, so I just gave him some more of those little crackers. So I think these look super fun, super cute. I know if I was a kid, I would be super happy to open this up. So now I'm packing it up, giving them their typical napkins, a plastic spoon, and I'm also going to include these cute little waters. One is a Frankenstein. I gave that one to Boston, and the other one is the Mummy one, and I did put the water flavor in there, of course. So here we are. Let's see how they did. Boston loved the cheese sticks. He said that he wanted that lunch again. Loved the caramel apples. And he said that he tried the marinara, which I was really impressed. And he said he liked it too. I don't think he touched the crackers, which is fine. He's honestly probably pretty burnt out on it. And he loved the sprinkles on the pudding. But once the sprinkles were gone, he stopped eating it, which is fine. Like I said, they're not like crazy like pudding lovers or anything. And Riley did really good too. She loved the cheese sticks and caramel apples as well, and the pepperonis. She didn't care for the pudding though. She just like pretty much ate the sprinkles. And as you can see, it like pretty much turned to water, which is just so nasty. I probably will not be buying those snack packs anymore, but this does go to show that these are pretty leak proof. Now on to the last lunch for this video. I made them some of these little copycat Chick-fil-A chicken minis. So these are the rolls I'll be using, the Sister Schubert. I find these Southern style chicken bites at Walmart. It does have a bit of a pickly flavor, just like Chick-fil-A. I'm also going to be using some honey cinnamon butter to melt over the top after they're done. So for the chicken, I did cook those up in the air fryer. The instructions for that is on the back of the bag. And the instructions for the rolls is whack, to be honest. It never works out. Take my advice and just leave off the foil on top and bake it from frozen at 350 degrees for 35 minutes. And that should make the tops nice and golden brown, and they should be fully cooked through, nice and hot. And obviously, I'm just going to kind of cut those in half and shove the chicken in there. And boom, we've got chicken minis. So these little boxes will hold 3 of the chicken minis. And after doing Boston's, I realized it made the most sense to kind of stand it up on its side. So I had to go back and kind of rearrange Riley's. But it looks nicer, and it'll be a lot easier for them to grab. So to go along with that, I'm also going to be giving them some of these cheddar sour cream Pringles. Now, this was a little bit of a risky option for Boston. As I mentioned earlier, he is pretty picky about chips, but I have also noticed that he is more willing to try different things at school in front of his friends. So I figured I would just throw them in there and see. I'm also going to give them each a bag of these little mini fudge stripe cookies. This came in like a big box with little frosted Halloween animal cookies. I swear that Halloween aisle at Walmart gets me every single time. All the snacks are just so cute. I can't resist. Anyways, so there was a lot of air in these bags, making it hard to fit down in there. So I did decide to like pre-open them, and then they fit in there just fine. Obviously, I could have just dumped them out, but I just wanted to leave it in the package because, again, I think it's cute. The kids enjoy it too, so that's just how I roll. So for the fruit, I am giving them both raspberries, and I decided to just fill both of those compartments instead of trying to find something else for the middle. They're also going to get a Go-Go Squeeze applesauce. Riley's going to get the apple strawberry, and Boston's going to get the apple banana. And just look at how adorable those are. Like, how cool would it be if those could be passed out at Halloween instead of candy? It would be pretty expensive, though, to have enough to go around. But anyways, they're going to get their typical Capri Sun, and that is that. I was nervous about this lunch because this one was a little bit different for them. But as I mentioned in my last video, where we live, all kids get a free school lunch. So I find comfort in knowing if they absolutely hate something, they can go and get a school lunch. It's not a big deal. So for Riley, she loved the Pringles and the cookies. She hated the raspberries, and she only ate the chicken, which shocked me because she loves those rolls at home. She loves the chicken minis at home. For Boston, it was a complete fail. He only ate like a few raspberries, and that was it. Didn't even try anything else, not even the cookies, which really shocked me. I'm not sure what went on this day, but yeah, maybe some other kids out there would like this, but mine did not on this particular day. But that's going to wrap up this video. I do hope that this was helpful for y'all. I hope it gave you a few ideas. If you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have the best weekend and a safe weekend at that, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.